Hollywood, California. It's the Nighttime Show. Tonight we have our special guest from Red Band Society and, of course, Big Time Rush, Ciara Bravo.
Hello, hello.
Also tonight we have our head writer, Matt Walker. I'm your announcer, Sarah Boyce. And now the host of the Nighttime Show, the rootinest, tootinest host from this side of Canada, Stephen Kramer Glickman.
Yeah! Thank you, Sarah. Well done.
I got to point something out. We've had Robbie on doing this 10 times, 15 times.
Yeah.
That was way better than he's ever done it, and he's an actual performer.
Yeah,
He does stand-up, and he...
You really just kicked the shit out of a friend of ours. So great job, Sarah. Ciara Bravo.
Ciara Bravo.
My God.
I'm here.
This is a real thing that's really happening, Ciara. All right, so we got a lot. I mean, my God, do we have questions for you?
Good.
Should we explain who Sarah is first?
Okay, Ciara Bravo starred as Katie on the TV show Big Time Rush.
The hit television
The hit massive TV show for 4.5 years, just crushing it every day. You basically grew up on that show. I mean, you were a little baby. How old were you when you got cast?
Did you, just to blow past my question, should we explain who Sarah is? So
yes,
know?
Sarah Boyce. Sarah, I'm so sorry. I thought you said Ciara. I thought you said Ciara.
No.
Sarah Boyce is a dear friend of ours.
Yes.
And Sarah, you watched Big Time Rush when you were a kid?
I did. Well, I was in high school, but I mean, it's fair. I watched it on the regular. I went home recently and turned on Big Time Rush, and my mom was like, Sarah, you're too old for this. I'm like, oh, Mom, it's fine. She's super Asian.
It's okay.
Age is but a number.
My
Right?
girlfriend says that to me on a regular basis. She goes, "Why are you watching Big Time Rush again? It's 3 in the morning.
Obvious.
And why are you
So
crying?"
good,
Like, I loved everybody so much.
So Sarah is a mega fan who is here.
And a good friend.
Yes.
And a good friend. Yes.
And she's here to help us talk to Ciara because
I'm
Mike
a
Black.
very, very hard person to talk to.
Because,
The
Yeah,
more
you're
people,
so-
because
the
Mike
better.
Black, who normally is our announcer, has watched 0 episodes of Big Time Rush.
Yeah. Well, that's no fun too. It's like you don't want to talk to people about stuff you've never seen. You know, that's and trying to convince Mike Black to watch Big Time Rush is just
Trying to convince anyone over the age of probably 25 who hasn't grown up with the show.
Sure, yeah.
Very difficult task. Hey, sit down and watch 4 seasons of this Nickelodeon live action cartoon. They're like, no.
Such a weird, bizarre show. How old were you when you got cast on the show?
I was 12 years old when I got cast.
But you looked like you were
8.
a little baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like just turned 6.
Yeah.
Fresh out of the womb
Yes.
and onto a TV show.
Doctor slapped you. Put
Yeah,
you on TV.
he's like, yeah, she's good.
Now, walk us through that process a little bit because here's what I know about that role.
Yeah.
What I know is that we shot the original first pilot. There was an older sister, and then the older sister got booted out, and they were like, "No, we're gonna go little. We're gonna go little kid." And so then they started looking, and as they started trying to find actresses to play your role, those actresses would just get literally kidnapped by Disney. Like Disney.
For real?
Oh, it was happening on a regular basis. I don't know if you know this. This
No.
is a real thing. Like literally they'd come in and they would walk out and it would be like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory where like a guy would be out there and be like,
Whisper in their
I
ear.
have a deal for you. And he would just steal. He stole like easily 2 actresses.
Wow.
That were like not, and like they were, and it's like been a thing like at Nickelodeon and Disney. I think.
Oh, yeah,
that-
they're always stealing from
they're,
each
they're
other.
trying to grab each other's
Yeah.
people. Like, and then like you came in, and how did that roll out for you?
Well, I was in Kentucky/Ohio at this point, so I was probably a little more difficult to steal.
Yeah, yeah, you weren't living here.
I was not. No, I was
Although
still,
physically, they could have put you in a suitcase. It
Yeah,
wouldn't have been
it
that
would
hard.
have been. It would have
Yeah.
been very
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
If Taylor Swift could fit in a suitcase, I could fit in a suitcase. I still like to believe that's what happened
Yeah.
in that picture. Anyway, I was in Kentucky at this point, and I had sent in a tape for my audition. I didn't hear anything back. I went on a school field trip up into Amish country, which is something that you do when you're from Ohio.
Ohio
Sure.
Amish
Yeah.
or Pennsylvania Amish?
Ohio
Ohio
Amish.
Amish, okay.
Yeah, so we were like way deep in Ohio. my mom got a call from my agent and was like, I need the audition retaped ASAP. Here are the notes they gave. Like, send it in now. And my mom was like, she's not here. They are in the middle of nowhere, 0 reception. My agent was like, find her. And my mom was like,
oh my God,
just like,
what?
Panics. So she gets into her car, calls one of the teachers, manages to get a hold of her, finds out where we are. She's quite literally chasing our school bus in her car. We pull over to a house to eat dinner for the night, where this beautiful Amish family was cooking us a meal. And
Did you have to build a barn first before you could eat?
yeah, that was like the rules. We had to build the house,
Right.
then they would cook the meal for
Raise
us.
a barn, then they
Right,
cook for you.
right.
So my mom finally got a hold of me. I was mortified because my mother showed up on this super cool field trip. It was our first time away from home. Like,
Right, yeah.
I was like, you're ruining my life. We have to get this on tape. So we go into this Amish grocery store where the man was kind enough to turn on a generator for us, so we had lights. I retaped the audition in front of like feed bags
Oh my God.
and sent it in. A couple days later, not even a couple days later, the next day they were like, you got the part. And I was in the middle of a Macy's and I started crying. It was
Whoa!
so great. And then I flew out to Los Angeles probably 5 days later.
Yeah.
It was a whirlwind experience.
So they gave you
Oh
the part
my
without having you
God.
come out and do like a screen test or anything like that. They were just
Yeah,
like,
it
you're the
was
one.
a shot in the dark. Thank
Awesome.
God,
Wow.
Scott Fellows. He changed my life for the better.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
owe that man everything.
Did
Yeah.
you know you wanted to be an actor before you'd done that? Or was it sort of like, oh, this seems like fun, I'll go try it?
It seems like fun. I'll go try it. Was definitely my attitude. I was very interested in being a horse jockey. I wanted to race horses,
Wow.
which is
You've got the physique.
I do. I'm the tiniest
could totally
person.
do it.
Yeah. My mom would always joke. She's like, "You look like a flea on that horse," and I was like, "Great, then my
Yeah.
career will thrive."
Yeah. You wanted to be the next Lafitte Pengai.
Yeah.
Good
Yes.
reference.
Yeah.
Good
Great
reference.
reference. Very
Right?
niche.
Yeah.
What? There's
loved
Bill Shoemaker fans out there that listen to our podcast. Come
Oh,
on.
absolutely. There's at least 2 of them.
At least. Yes, absolutely. I didn't even know it was like a thing someone could do,
Wow.
acting or being an actor. And so, I had been auditioning for probably 3 years at this point, but it didn't feel tangible because I hadn't really booked anything significant.
Yeah.
But then I got this role, and that was life. That was life
Yeah.
from then on out, and I loved it, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
What about the other people that you were coming up with that were trying to also be actors or trying to audition for stuff like that back home? Did any of them any of them find jobs or get out there?
Oh yeah, okay. So in 5th grade, I was in the same homeroom as this very, very kind kid, very talented kid named Alex Winsenreed. And I'm sorry that I used his full name, Alex. But I didn't remember this story until a couple years ago. I ran into this homeroom teacher, and she was laughing to me about it. She goes, "It's one of my favorite stories of all time." I came back from probably my second time out in Los Angeles. I was there for 5 weeks just auditioning. And I had booked a Natasha Bedingfield music video, which was just huge for me. Like, I was so excited. And I came back, and I walked into homeroom, and Alex Winsenreed's sitting there at the table, and he looks up at me, and he goes, oh, shoot, what did he say? He's like, "You dream thief." And I was like, oh, my God.
Whoa!
Because he was an actor, and he had been on a Disney Channel original movie called I Don't Think About It. I'm pretty sure that was the name, with the lovely girl, Emily Osment.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Disney star at the time.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie. And I used to watch Disney Channel every day.
Yeah, it was a pretty big deal back in Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah,
Oh,
so
sure.
he called
Well,
me. I was a dream stealer.
Dream
I walked
stealer.
back in.
Yeah.
I stole Alex Winsenreed's dreams.
And what is he doing now? Is he working at a shoe store?
Probably, he was very, very smart. So he's probably off at college somewhere, just being a genius.
Right.
And
There was a guy.
Blowing up.
Getting his
away.
dreams stolen by everyone.
Yeah, from everyone else.
There was
now
a
I'm going
guy.
to be an engineer. And so he becomes an engineer before. Yeah.
There was a guy I went to high school with, and I went to like an at-home schooling private school, so it was just like
So you mean your
15 of
brother?
us.
What-
Yeah,
what
no,
do you mean?
there were like 15 of us
Sorry,
in our class, like that would go to this like private school, and
You've talked about this before. I've always like, there's something weird about this whole situation. It doesn't make any sense to me.
the school.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, it was like a homeschool. Well, if it's homeschooled, then why would you go somewhere?
No, they had like a school. You'd go in and you'd sit with a teacher and you'd take a class, and it would just be you and the teacher.
Are you
and
sure?
then
Like
you'd
a
go-
tutor?
Are you sure it wasn't just some kind of weird
No.
psychological testing?
It might have been. I don't know. But I mean, I had just recently. I tried to contact them to see if I could like go and see the school and like talk to one of the teachers, and that school went out of business.
They're like, it doesn't exist.
Yeah,
anymore.
that school does not exist.
They're like, we
anymore.
gave this guy a diploma.
Yeah, that's why they were like,
That was-
they saw me on Twitter use "your" the wrong way too many times, and they were like, "Fuck it, fuck it, it's never gonna be okay. This was our best, and it's just not gonna work." But there was a guy I went to school with named Forrest Blackburn who was like,
Fake name.
That's a fake name, and he was like trying to be like a big star and trying to be like a singer, and he was very handsome, and I remember being like, I'm gonna go to an acting school, and he was like, yeah, whatever, kid, like I'm gonna be on 90210, and then he just, I think he actually works here at Genghis Cohen.
Yeah.
No.
He changed his name. It's Forrest Whitaker.
Oh.
And he won an Oscar for.
Wow,
Makes a lot of sense.
that was a good joke, Matt. You are a
I'm a volume shooter.
yeah. Hey, a volume shooter. Yeah, you just gotta just
Keep putting the ball
throwing
up.
them out.
Eventually they go down.
Do you remember your first day at Paramount or something close to what's your first memory of getting to that show?
My first memory of Big Time Rush is being in Lucy's bungalow, where it like doubled as our house.
The I Love Lucy
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doubled as like our house before our house being, the Knight family house before we moved to Los Angeles, so everyone could be a big band.
Yeah.
Did you do did we do a table read for that show? I don't remember.
I don't remember a table
Me neither.
read.
Me neither.
I probably would have had a horrible anxiety attack and just not shown up. So I'm glad we jumped right into
Right
the
into
first
shooting.
day. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great though.
Yeah, because I believe it was like, I mean, it was, they cast, I remember they cast me on like a Thursday. I got fitted Friday and we started shooting Monday. So it was fast.
You got fitted Friday, then Monday they let it out a little bit more.
Oh,
and
you know what, Matt? You piece of shit. You're the worst. Yeah, that is because my first memory was being on that at the Paramount Theater and having to step out of the limo and then walk across
Fake
to
snow.
with the fake snow
Yeah.
and that whole thing. I remember that being terrifying because
Yeah.
they would preset everything and then you'd be in the car and you'd have to do all these lines of dialogue and then they'd drive the car up and you'd have to get out and it was all one take. And I was like,
It's a lot.
I'm going to mess this up every single time. Like, I can't imagine being able to do this.
But
Like,
the
this
crazy
so
thing is,
nervous.
I've never met an actor who hasn't had that exact thought run through their head before every single tape.
Oh, my God.
Just like, oh, I'm absolutely going to fuck this up. Like,
Yeah.
let's see what happens.
Yeah. It's very nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
There's
There's so many people that go into creating this and they work so hard and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, all the pressure.
What was your first memories of the fellas on the show? Like, who do you remember meeting first?
I remember
or like,
meeting...
what do you remember about meeting them?
I remember meeting Kendall first, and he was just a dream, and he came up and gave me the biggest hug and called me little sister, and I was like, oh, this is so nice. I just felt so loved by everyone on that set the very first day. The second I walked in, it was just like overwhelming kindness,
Yeah.
and I felt right at home, and it was clear to me that this was going to be my new family.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
You're the nice. Why are you so nice, Sierra? You're so
I'm
nice.
from the Midwest, Glickman.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
no,
it.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Kentucky.
What
We're all
about
disgustingly nice over
what
there.
about Maslow? What about Maslow? Do you remember meeting him the first time?
I don't
Or
remember.
what's your first memory of Maslow?
Probably just looking at him and being like, how does a human have such great bone structure?
Yeah, like why is he so pretty?
Is he real?
Yeah, it doesn't seem real.
That's a manufactured human.
Yeah, yeah.
Carlos probably had that helmet on, and I was like, who is this goofball? And then Logan's just the chillest human you'll ever meet.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we just had Jed Spingarn on the show.
How is he?
Amazing.
Great.
And he
Good.
said his one regret about the show is that he made Carlos wear the helmet for more than the first season.
I'm sure that was also
Yeah.
Carlos's one regret from the TV show.
Yeah. But I mean, that's a tricky bag because it's like it really made him an established character
Absolutely.
on the show.
It's what you remember.
Yeah, and so that way he gets to kind of keep playing other characters as opposed to like what's. Yeah, I mean, like James has had to fight his way out of it, but Logan and Kendall are both like trying. They're both trying to, I think, age out of that time period because they are so like they're so much of that character that is who they are in real life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like those lines really got crossed,
And that's really difficult, especially if you have ambitions outside of Nickelodeon.
Right.
I mean, I know just from personal experience, when you do want to break out from that world, it's very, very, very hard to get people to take you seriously as an actor and as a human being because they're like, oh, you're a child star. That's what you are. And you're like, no, I'm capable of so much more. Please just give me the opportunity to show you.
Yeah.
I got lucky with Red Band Society, which
Yeah.
came, I think, a year after Big Time Rush ended.
Thank God for that.
And it rocketed me out of that and
How old
gave
were
me
you when that came along?
17.
17.
Because I know it was before I turned 18, which was a pain on set because they could only use me for so many
Certain times,
hours,
yeah.
and I still had to do school and all that crazy stuff. But it was a dream. I was so lucky to have that come along. But it's not that I'm not grateful for Nickelodeon and
Of course.
everything that it gave me and teaching me how to be a professional and what to do on set and like all the basics, and definitely helped me hone in on what comedy is as well.
Yeah, because I had heard this, and maybe you can tell me if I'm wrong. I had heard that after Big Time Rush ended, Nickelodeon or Disney, one of them was like, "You want a show? Take a show," and you were like, "No, I'm okay. I'm gonna go off and try to figure out something."
Yeah,
else."
that was Nickelodeon did that, and I was in a couple movies for them, which was very fun and I loved. And then we were trying to figure out, a TV show and what it would be, and they were like, "We're going to give you creative freedom, and we'd love for you to come up with a show idea." And I was like, "This is a dream, awesome!"
Yeah.
But then it never really worked out, and something happened where there were a bunch of like changes in the head of the company. Like there was a bunch going on
There's
up
a
top.
turnover.
Yeah. And it was chaos, and I think I just sort of slipped through the cracks, which I was grateful for.
What
Yeah.
was your show idea? Like, do you remember what it was? What
It
you
was
would have done?
basically Fellows' next show. They were like, I pitched it, and they were like, you know what's crazy? Scott Fellows just pitched a show that's almost just like this. And I was like,
Really?
no way! Yeah, it was awesome. It was like 100 things to do. It was like a bucket list idea for things you want to accomplish and things you want to do before you grow old. And then he came up with what was it, 10...
100 things to do before
high school. Yeah. It was awesome.
Oh my God! What a
Then you wind up on Red Band Society, which is like, let me get 3 things in before I die of cancer.
Yeah.
oh my God!
100 things to do before you die.
Oh my Lord! That is that's
But
very true.
Yeah,
very
that's
true.
exactly what the show was about.
Oh my
It was
God.
It's like,
a teen
let's
soap
show a bunch
opera.
of pretty teenagers with cancer.
Yeah.
But we'll have them make out once before they die.
Exactly.
I was like,
basically
okay,
what
yeah,
the show
that's-
was. Yeah, it was just at first it had such great bones, and it was such a heartfelt and true story of these kids. And then it got on TV, and they were like, "Ooh, this is really dark."
Yeah.
Teen soap opera, except it's set in a not in a high
hospital.
school. It's set in a hospital. Yeah. So
Yeah,
we were all
yeah.
just like making out with each other and crying about, so and so didn't talk to me, and I had to get my leg cut off. Like typical teen drama.
Is it true that did you have your first kiss on set on a TV show, or was your first kiss off?
My first
Real like a first kiss.
my first kiss was probably a game of spin the bottle in 7th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right.
But like
was
many,
it Alex, whatever his name was?
Alex Winston Reed.
Forrest, whatever his name was?
I don't think he likes girls. I don't remember who. I don't remember who it was, but I do
Okay,
remember
that's good.
like.
Then
my
it wasn't a
first-
very good one.
It wasn't. Yeah. Well, 7th grade.
Yeah.
The hopes aren't very high there.
Yeah.
The bar is pretty low. But yeah, I remember my first on-screen kiss. It was in the movie Jinxed. with Jack Griffo.
Oh wow! Oh my God!
I was terrified.
Isn't he? He's out. Like I see him all the time out
Everywhere.
in the world.
Yeah. He was in Thundermans. I think, did that just end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just ended. Wow, that's so cool.
Right?
That must have been cool. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
A lovely time.
Must
Lovely.
Must
It
have been
was
cool
so
kissing Jack.
cool.
Must have been so cool kissing Jack on that. That was so much fun.
I remember it was like a little bit dramatic because he was still dating Ryan Newman at the time. And it was like, oh my God. Like, I have to kiss Ryan's boyfriend. I felt so bad.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Now,
Literally means nothing.
You had your sister around for a lot of taping the show.
Yeah.
Right? And your mom was there for most of that time.
Just about, all of it.
Almost all of it, yeah.
Yeah, she was with me. My mom was with me until I turned 18.
Wow.
Because she's an angel. And, I mean, I owe her my sanity for sure.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so she was with me for a while. My sister came out and visited all the time because she was very interested in Hollywood and the whole business deal. And funny enough, when my mom moved back home, my sister graduated from college around the same time and ended up moving out here. So now we live together. She's in the business. She works at a
Awesome.
film distribution company called Roadside Attractions.
I know that company.
Yeah.
That's a huge company.
Yeah, it's huge. It's
Yeah.
awesome. And she loves her job. And she's great at it, which is
So
That's
awesome.
even better. Yeah.
That's so great.
So it worked out well.
When you turned 18, we just had Nolan Gould on the show, and he told us when he turned 18 and he got his Jackie Coogan account that he got like no money, and they said it all went to taxes. Now, did you get a nice little payday when you turned 18?
I got like a solid enough payday, but my parents are very big into saving.
See,
And
I think
that
he got
is-
screwed. I think somebody took the
Yeah,
money. I think
there's a
that.
He
possibility.
had to because he was on Modern Family.
Yeah.
Like,
But now he's making good money as an adult. But I
Yeah.
was just saying, like, he said it all went to taxes. I'm like, that's what they told Gary Coleman. I think that's
Yeah.
the story they gave him.
Yeah,
for
that's
something.
scary.
but it's
That's
true.
nerve-wracking.
So much of it goes to taxes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
very,
much of it. Yeah, you have like
very true.
no money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you have a good accountant that knows how to fight for your money back.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Taxes.
Taxes. Gross. Ew, gross. Taxes. Bleh.
Sick.
Hey, man, this is such a fun podcast. You know who I'm missing, though? I miss Mike Glazer. I wish Mike Glazer was around.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Look at that. There he is. He's coming in the door right now. Mike Glazer.
Hey. Can I come up? Hey. Holy cow.
Whoa, Mike,
Whoa.
what's been going on? How you doing?
I was in the desert and I saw an oasis or something. There was a huge bottle
Wow.
of Fireball, and so I just like dragged it back here.
Whoa, look how big that
That's
bottle
enormous.
of Fireball is.
Yeah, I feel like you could swim in it if you don't want to drink it.
Yeah, it's absolutely enormous, man. I mean, I can't believe that you found that out in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's all have some of that Fireball whiskey.
Thank goodness.
Man, you know, Fireball whiskey, it makes everything better. Even
Even almost dying in the desert.
almost dying.
Yeah, but it was worth it. I mean, this is going to taste great.
Yeah.
Yeah, cinnamon whiskey, it makes you feel good even when you're almost about to die in the desert.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the show. What's some of your favorite memories? You got any favorite memories of working on that show, on our big nerd show?
On BTR.
On the BTR?
I would say my favorite memories are all centered around the people. You know, especially all of our dressing rooms were down one hallway, so it was just, I feel like, chaos half the time. Like there's always something happening, always something going on.
And you were between Glickman and James Maslow.
Yeah.
For much of that.
Yeah, across from Kendall, and then it was
Yes, Kendall and
Logan,
and then
Carlos.
was at the end.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so I was a child at the time, obviously, so it wasn't like I was taking part in the chaos, but I could sit back in my doorway and just watch it all unfold in front of me.
God.
It was like my own television show.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were times where I'd have like comedians come by and hang out in my dressing room, and
Yeah.
then I'd have to be like, dude, like, watch your
Keep
language.
it PG. Yeah,
Keep
I
it
always
PG.
remember.
There's a kid next door.
I always feel like you guys would come over and apologize. Like, hey,
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Three.
You had to hear that.
He's the worst.
It really shaped me
Yeah.
as a person, I think.
Oh my God! Yeah, we may have used a lot of bad language in
It's all right.
in the dressing room area.
It's
Yeah, I think so.
nothing I wasn't using myself at 12 years old. Just a little baby. What the fuck? I wouldn't believe that shit that happened today on set. I think that's all children in the business because there's not a soul on set that doesn't just.
Well, I think we
sound
all
like
kind
that.
of hope that when you'd leave set, you'd walk to your car with a big cigar. You know,
Yeah.
just like, these sons of bitches. I swear to God, they're going to pay for this. You know,
I think
just,
that's why I am the way I am now. That's who I've turned into is just this like crotchety old lady.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. Now, when you watch, like, I don't know if you're a Stranger Things fan or things like that, but
Yeah, are you kidding me? Who isn't?
but like
Me.
when
No,
that's because you're a
I
bad
I can't watch
person.
the show. I tried.
That's all right.
I tried. It was they screwed up how you play Dungeons and Dragons in the pilot. And I was like, that's
You
not how
were
you do
out.
it. I was like, that's not how you do it. This is bullshit. I'm not watching this.
Yeah,
Fake.
we watched a movie together recently, and in the movie there was a
Oh, Spider-Man
spelling bee.
Homecoming.
Spider-Man Homecoming. We went to go see.
I will tell you,
There
that's
was a
not,
D&D scene in
That's
it?
not how the academic decathlon works. If you saw Spider-Man Homecoming,
I didn't.
I know because I'm a 5-time academic decathlon medalist, and that's
First off-
bullshit the way they presented it in that movie.
Yeah, so he was like, "That is
Congratulations.
not
I was
the
like,
way
that's
they
not how
do
you
it.
do it." I'm
This
like-
is unrealistic." And he was getting very, very.
I'll believe a
upset.
guy got bit by a spider has superpowers. I'll believe that.
Yeah.
But don't show me some bullshit decathlon where it's 2 teams in Washington. Really? 2 teams? There's one from every state. What is this?
Yeah.
Was it like
Nonsense.
the
So many
the finals?
grudges right now.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like the finals, and there were like 2 teams. They're on a stage with like a buzzer. I'm like, you don't do that. You take 10 tests. That's why it's called a decathlon, because there's 10 tests.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, they need smart people like you in the writers' room.
Well, it's 7 tests plus a super quiz, an interview, and a speech. But
oh,
still.
of course.
Yeah.
Just like
yeah.
everybody knows that.
Everyone
Yeah,
knows
everyone
that.
should know that.
What a-
Everyone knows how it works.
all right, Sarah, would you like to help us ask some
Questions from the fans?
We got questions from fans.
Sure.
You want to do? We'll do just a couple. We'll do some here real quick, and Sarah, you can read them, and then just say the names of the people that asked them, and
I
then
hope
we'll
I don't
go.
mess
Then
up
we'll
any
go to
names.
Twitter.
I do
And we'll
that.
go to Twitter.
You know what? It's hard not to, especially with the
Mm-hmm.
Twitter usernames. They're always something crazy.
Okay.
True.
But don't ask the same question twice. So if you see that it's the same question, then just move on. But say the name of the person. So we're going to start with Instagram.
Got
All
it.
right, Ciara? All right, here we go with Instagram.
All right. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm gonna mess up these names for sure.
Totally
best.
cool.
Philo, I think it says.
Okay.
It says, "Did she miss BTR?" But I think they mean, "Do you miss
A
BTR?"
lot of our
Did
fans,
I? Sure. Now? Never.
That's perfect. That was great. What else we got?
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm Suleiman Al-Homadi.
There you go.
All right.
Do you stay in contact with anyone from Big Time Rush?
Oh, not a chance. I can't stand them. No. I see everyone all the time. It's never like planned interactions, but it just fills my heart with such joy when I walk into a place and one of them is there.
Who's the last one you saw?
Shallon.
What?
We go to the same Pilates studio and we ran into each other this morning.
You remember when we went and did that table read at her house?
Yeah.
That was one of the funniest, most uncomfortable, great things I've ever seen.
I love it. It's
Because it
like
was super
Shallon's
dirty.
dream.
Yeah, it was like really, the script was very dirty. and it
Nobody
was-
knows this, but that is like who Shallon is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like the sexiest person on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so watching you guys do a scene together where you're both kind
Like
of
licking
saying,
ice cream seductively.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, what is happening? My brain is exploding. All right, what else we got?
Okay, Giggles the homie wants to know if you have any upcoming plans in your career.
Plans. Well, I've got loads of dreams and ambitions. Nothing that's set out in stone yet. But
Are you auditioning a lot?
yeah, which is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It's fun and it keeps me sharp and active and passionate about what I'm doing because it's easy to get beat down in Hollywood. But
Of course, yeah.
I've gotten to take part in some really fantastic films over the past 2 years.
What are some of the ones you've done?
I did To the Bone, which came out on Netflix recently, a couple months
awesome.
ago. Yeah, which was awesome. And then I just filmed in January. That was this year. January of this year, I filmed a movie written and directed by Hannah Fidel called The Long Dumb Road, which was a dream to be a part of.
I know that movie.
Do you really?
Who else is in that movie?
Tony Revolori and You know the comedian.
Yeah.
Is that about the 405?
No. Here, wait. I'll pull it up real quick.
Yeah, because I'm going to sound like a
the
real
long-
doo-doo head. Because I can't remember.
Nope, I got it.
Very
I got
memorable
it.
performance, obviously.
No, he's literally the funniest person I've ever met in my entire
Yeah,
life.
the
And I was
Thank you,
just like,
Ciara. Thank you. Yeah.
sit back in awe at his abilities.
Yeah, The Long Dumb Road, and the person in the cast is, I will tell you right now, Jason Matsukas,
Yep.
who is like amazing. I mean,
Literally in everything. Everybody knows who he is because he's
this cast
disgustingly
is
He's one of-
insane.
talented.
Are
He's
you
like that-
kidding
one
me
of
with
those
this
that guys.
cast?
yeah.
It's Thaisa
Flaminga, yeah.
Flaminga from
She was in American Horror
Story.
Story.
Grace Gummer, which is Meryl Streep's daughter, and
Yeah.
a terrific actress.
Yeah.
Jason Matsukas, who I just watched in the movie where they go with Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler, and their
The house,
The
the
house.
poker
House.
one.
Yeah, which
You
was
know
very
House?
funny.
Sure it was.
Ron Livingston and Casey Wilson, and there
Casey
you are. Look
Wilson,
at the
yeah.
right there, Ciara Bravo.
Casey Wilson played my mom.
And who's
It
the
was
comedian?
My God. Oh, Annie Lederman's in it.
Oh, Annie Letterman. Okay.
Yeah, who's
She's
a dear friend, and Jason Matsukas,
Yeah.
who's amazing. I mean, that's an amazing cast.
Yeah, it
That's
was
outrageous. And To the Bone is like some serious stuff. That's about a woman dealing with anorexia.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
number 2 on the whole eating disorder.
yeah. This is,
I was like,
that's
oh
twice.
God.
That's twice
Yeah.
for you.
I was like, I hope I don't get a
Stigma.
pigeonholed as
Yeah.
Yeah,
as
right.
a girl with an eating disorder.
Yeah. Do people ever ask you about like stuff like that? Do people worry and say because you're
I'm
a
very, very small.
You're very
yeah.
small.
I'm
so
a very
people-
small person, so everybody just I think assumes that I don't eat, which makes sense, I guess. But
Yeah.
I do eat a lot. I just must have like a crazy
I
metabolism
get that,
or
too.
something.
Yeah,
Probably.
this
Like,
guy
are
eats
you-
he eats like 12 donuts in a sitting, and it's
do that.
like
That's some record breaking stuff
I
right
can do
there.
it. No, not real. I mean, I'm friends with many competitive eaters who put me to shame, but
you do eat a lot of like whatever, like, and it just doesn't
Have any effect.
on you.
People
I eat till
kill
I'm
to
full,
be in the situation that
and then
we're
when I'm
in.
full, I stop eating. But some people, they just like, oh, here's the volume of food I was given, so I'm just gonna
I'm gonna
eat all
eat all
that
of it.
food.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I'm not hungry, then I won't eat everything that's put in front of me. Like,
I
you
have the
just gotta stop.
exact same mentality,
Eat
and I
till
think that's
yours-
a healthy mentality
Yeah.
to have.
That's
Yeah.
right, Ciara. That's right.
And it's a good way to keep a healthy relationship with food because then you don't, and yourself, because you
Yeah.
don't feel disgusting after you have a meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Well,
All right, we got more questions.
like you would know what it's like to not feel
Oh, would you?
disgusting after-
Would you stop it? I'm trying. I'm trying.
I am
all
the
right.
worst. I'm the worst person.
I'm eating a lot of salads.
You are. I
I'm-
learned that
I'm-
I learned that
I'm-
Chipotle has salads. I didn't know they had salads.
Yeah.
They have salads?
Yeah.
Wait,
they have
what?
good salads.
Oh, couldn't you just like get lettuce instead of
See,
like,
that's what I
rice
thought it
and-
Instead of a
was.
wrap-
But they
No.
actually have salad
have
up on
salad
the
on the
menu. I
menu.
thought it was a burrito bowl with just
Yeah.
lettuce instead of the beans and rice.
Dude, you're blowing my mind.
So
Yeah, it's real good. It's like
I got
super
it.
good.
I gotta
Yeah.
get in on this.
yeah, we went to get some Mexican food the other day, and then there was
For God's sakes, Matt.
what?
All right, we got more questions.
Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Jenny Tejo
Okay.
asked, "Did you do any sports?"
Did I? I was horrible at sports. I played lacrosse for 2 years. I scored 1 goal in that time, and it was because I tripped over my own feet and face planted. And I think it was
God.
like I distracted the goalie and the ball rolled in. And I was
Awesome.
flat on the ground, and all I hear is everyone erupt and these all these cheers break out around me. I'm like, okay, guys, like say it to my face. And I
love
stand
it.
up and I see that I made a goal, and my coach, Coach Toth, was like, "Come over here, Bravo!" Like, way to go! She like saw I peaked in that moment.
Yeah.
She's like, "I'm taking her off the field so she can't
And you know,
screw this up."
it's kind of
That's
sad because you have the
brilliant.
perfect name for athletic competitions, where if
Ciara
you did
Bravo.
something good, people could be like, "Bravo,
Bravo!"
bravo!" Like it would be
Yeah.
that would be a thing. But
That's
That's
why I
good.
got into show business, so I
Yeah.
could hear the same
Bravo.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
it's a really good name. You got like a
Ciara Bravo.
solid.
I got very
and
lucky
that's
with
a
that.
like
Yeah.
your real name. It's
Yeah.
not some made up Hollywood whatever.
Nothing
no.
fake about it.
Yeah.
We had an actress named Marcia Monroe on the
Okay,
show.
that's incredible too.
Yeah.
And in the middle of our interview, I've known her for a very long time because we were in a movie together like a million years ago.
That movie was called?
The movie was called The 41-Year-Old Virgin that knocked up Sarah Marshall and felt super bad about it. And it continues to play on MTV, MTV2, and Comedy Central about once every 2 months, and I still get checks from it, which is great because of God bless SAG-AFTRA. But her name.
She revealed to us that
her
she's
real
something she hadn't
name-
told anybody in years. Her actual name is Paloma Heist, and she's always wanted to go back to it.
Because it's incredible.
And I'm like, that's a great name. Like,
her
why
name
would you
is
change
Paloma
that name?
Heist, and she
sounds
changed it
like-
to Marcia Monroe.
Yeah, she sounds like a really cool gangster. Like, like that's some Al Pacino.
And she's on episodes.
She's on the show episodes,
and then
on,
Impastor.
that's cool.
and now she is engaged or in a very serious relationship with the creator of The Office, the other creator,
Okay, so
not
she's
Ricky
not Ricky Gervais, but the other guy, Stephen Merchant.
Oh, good
Yeah.
for them.
she's doing life right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's doing it right. She's a
for
wonderful
her.
lady. All right, what else we got?
Yeah, are you dating any billionaires, Ciara?
No, I'm afraid not.
I remember when you were dating. There was a guy you were dating. When near the end of Big Time Rush, you were dating a fella.
No,
and-
I was not dating him. I know what you're gonna say, but I was friends with one of the vamps. His name was James,
right.
and they're like a
And all the-
big pop band, and everyone was like, "You guys are dating," and I was
Yeah,
like,
everyone on the show was giving you shit.
Yeah.
Left
Is,
and right.
is that
So
kind of like when
much it.
James Maslow was dating, what's her face, iCarly? when they were hanging out?
I think that was
Miranda?
like set up. That was like a network thing.
Was it?
"Yeah,
they-
I don't
they- 'cause they used to-
imagine
'cause,
them
like-
getting
Because they
like,
used to like hang out a lot. And you guys
vibing.
used to make fun of him, saying like, "Oh, you guys are dating," but he's like, "No."
Yeah,
we're
but
just
they
hanging
weren't
out."
really dating. I think the network was trying to get them to spend time together, or their parents were trying to get them to spend time
parents.
together. I don't know. They were young. They were very young when that was
Sort of
happening.
arranged marriage,
Yeah.
arranged Nickelodeon marriage.
All right. What else we got?
Beloved Bridget Caitlin wants to know if you took anything from the set of Big Time Rush.
Oh yeah.
I did. I took one of those, those tree hats they used to wear,
Yeah.
Yes.
like in the spy scenes. I have one of those sitting on my dresser back home.
That
Awesome.
is
Kentucky.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How often did
Wow.
you have to wear that hat?
I don't think I had to wear it very often, but the boys had to wear it all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
There's it's like a bunch of Michael's fake twigs, and so like the ends of it are like kind of digging into your scalp. But it's all in the name of television.
Can I ask you a
yeah.
question about the show?
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Before you say that, you know that on the second to last day of shooting, Carlos walks up with his helmet and he goes, "I'm taking this. I know I don't have to wear it tomorrow for the last day, so I'm just taking it home," and walks out. And the prop guy goes, "Yeah, that's the stunt one. The real one's in this case." And I go, "Oh, cool." And I just took it and I walked out with it, and it's in my
Do you
living
still have
room.
it?
Oh yeah, I have Carlos's with his name on it and everything
No way.
in my living
Yeah.
room. Yeah,
Oh, well, that's amazing.
yeah.
So now on the show, your character often played the comedic foil to Glickman's Gustavo Ross.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Do you have any favorite memories of bad things you got to do to him on the show?
Oh, my God. They're countless.
There really are.
countless
Every
bad- I
episode was you
remember,
like doing
like,
bad stuff to him. It was
I would
great.
slapped you in the face one episode, and they were like, "No." Everyone was like, "No, really, hit him." And I was like, "Glickman, are you okay with this?" And you're like, "Yeah, hit me." And I was like, "I felt so bad."
oh yeah. You slapped me across the face probably about 6 times.
At least.
At least
At
6,
least
7
6
times.
times,
And
yeah.
then they started letting other people come up and slap me in
Yeah.
the face.
No, I-
They're like, "While we're
I
at
don't
it."
recall seeing. Could you guys reenact that for me?
Of course. I think one of the ones that stands out to me, the of you and me having to spend like real time together,
Mm-hmm.
is you and me getting trapped in the safe room that was
Oh
closing
my gosh,
in on us.
yes.
That was like, and it was like it was like us kind of recreating a scene from Star Wars
Yeah.
together, where like where we had to like try to put things up to like stop the safe from
Closing
closing
in, yeah,
in on
crushing us.
Yeah. And then it was my love for you and the dogs that like let turned the alarm off.
Yeah.
Like how nerdy is that? It's so ridiculous.
It's so wholesome.
But
yeah.
we got to spend like a whole day together doing that. And then what else? What other ones did we get to do? We did ones where you were assigned to me for like a whole, like you had to
like you
write a
took over the
report.
record.
Yeah.
Didn't you become his boss at one point?
I believe so, which is hilarious.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then I remember one time I was boycotting styrofoam cups.
Oh,
Right.
I remember that.
I won't
episode.
go home until there's no more foam. Like,
Yeah!
I still
Oh my
remember
God.
that. I have a friend, her name's Hannah, who still says that to me because I believe she was there when we were filming that episode. She still teases me about it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. No, we got to have a lot of fun. There was so much weird, crazy stuff.
I
on that
remember,
show.
I think was it both of us, where I was wearing that leather jacket, doing like a slow-mo walk down the hallway of Rock Records or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Were you in that?
I'm pretty sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. All the memories are like melding together.
I know. I go back probably like once a month, and I'll watch like one episode. I'll just pick one and watch it. And one of the ones I watched recently was where they were making a Big Time Rush reality TV show, and they added Bobby Lee into the cast for him to be the 5th member of Big Time Rush.
That's amazing.
And it's so funny. Like there was, I mean, the people we had on that show,
Incredible writers.
insane. I mean, Jessica Gao, who wrote on our show, is now writing Rick and Morty.
That Rick and Morty is
Like, that's
one
crazy.
of the funniest shows I've watched in a very long time.
Yeah, we actually have a gift for you to commemorate the Star Wars moment that you and I shared. It's from Boldface Gear, and it's a
This is
Star Wars
incredible.
backpack.
This is the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my
It's
life.
the nighttime show Star Wars themed backpack.
Oh,
Yep.
this is
And it-
phenomenal.
Hand drawn and designed by Mario Delgado, the artist.
Mario,
from San-
you are a star. This is stunning.
It's really cool.
Well, I can't wait to take this through the airport.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People are gonna be like,
Secondary
Be like,
screening for
"What's
sure.
that?" Oh yeah.
what is going
Pull
on
aside.
on that?
Like, no, I
backpack?
don't trust that girl. We got to pat
Like
her down.
she's definitely got
She's doing
drugs in there.
All right, we're gonna jump over to how we doing time wise.
Oh, we got plenty of time.
Yeah. All right. Let's jump over here. I got a good one for you. When among the, what's that? Oh, okay, great. Here's an interesting question from the kiddos. Valformiciani says, there we go. What do you think about Italy and Italians? We love you, Ciara, they say.
Oh, well, I love you, Italy. And Vicky Formiango. I don't know how to say your name, but I've never been to Italy. I would love to go to Italy. I think Italians are a fascinating people, and I want to eat your food.
Yeah.
In fact, it reminds me, tell Vicky, if you're listening, you should go back and listen to our interview with Chef Filippo, which is like the episode is basically in Italian because he doesn't speak English.
The entire episode
Did you have
is
a
in
translator?
Italian. Yeah, we had a
Oh, wow.
translator. To help us.
But he's a brilliant chef who's helped write
Michelin star chef.
tons of cookbooks and stuff, and then we made him eat terrible American junk food
It was very
and
fun.
give us his opinion on him. And you can learn.
Was he just like disgusting?
Yeah,
deplorable?
siracha Pringles, I believe he said, were,
That exists?
were merda was the word he used.
Yes, it was very good. We also have May ADW97, and she asked, what is your favorite episode of Red Band Society?
Ooh, now that is a question. I don't know about my favorite episode. Probably one of the ones towards the end where Emma like really started to break down. I had a great time filming her therapy episodes as well. But I think there's one scene in particular where I got to throw peanut butter and jelly sandwiches up against the window, like in a moment of just, unhinged glory. That's not the word I should use for it, but that's what it felt like when I got to just kind of break loose and let go of all this pent up energy and anger and frustration. It was very fun to shoot.
And where did you shoot that show?
We shot in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, interesting.
Great city.
Yeah.
Great city.
Well, we posted yesterday on Twitter, and we said use hashtag Ciara Bravo TNTS, which is our show, the nighttime show, and a lot of people ask a lot of questions.
Good.
I mean, it was a lot, but
I answered one of them. 'Cause somebody asked, "Will you follow me on Instagram?" And I said, "No."
And then someone
He wrote
responded
back.
to that and was like,
He's
"You're
like-
cold as ice."
No, she will not follow you on Instagram.
I will.
This is a person. They only had 41 tweets. If you've only tweeted 41 times, why would anybody want to follow you doing anything?
The
Because you don't
content.
post anything.
Yeah, the content's
Yeah.
going to be minimal.
Be interesting,
Right?
Then you got to.
Then maybe I'll follow you.
Absolutely. That's how I feel about, I mean, on Twitter, I follow people a lot because I think it's a nice thing to do. But on Instagram, I have 996 people that I follow.
That's
and
a lot.
And I go through those people every once in a while to delete people that I don't want to follow anymore.
Did that yesterday.
And I love every almost, I would say, of those 900 and something people, I probably am happy when I see about 800 of them. Like
That's a lot. That's
it's
a good.
lot
That's
of
a good
people.
number.
Yeah.
I follow about 500 on Instagram, and 490 of those are Japanese rabbits. They're literally people in Japan who post pictures of their rabbits. Like, that's what I like looking at on Instagram.
That's great content,
That's
though.
like all
Yeah,
I
it's
you know,
fun.
and I
That's
feel
very
like
fun.
it's, you know what social media, at least Instagram, should be used for is escapism, because
Yes.
it's such a good platform for that. And who doesn't want to? Okay, phenomenal.
Yeah.
See, that is. He
Good
just showed
content.
me a picture of a video of a bunny like dancing
just
around
what
the
comes up.
cage.
Yuki-chan 2016.
Yeah.
Like, that's what the people want to see.
Yeah, they
Dogs,
want escapism.
bunnies.
I posted
good
pictures
outfits.
last night. I posted a picture of Jelly Donut, my pug, being
Great name.
being eaten by Alf,
Aw.
like a big stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Of Alf, and I wrote, "No, Alf, she's not a cat," because he used to eat cats on his show, and people love that kind of stuff.
Like,
it's fun.
it's-
They wanted, because when I didn't have a pug, I wanted a pug so fucking bad.
Yeah.
But I was like nervous about getting a dog because we already have a dog, and it was like, no, 2 dogs, and it's gonna be a bunch of shit to deal with, more stuff and farting.
2 dogs is a lot.
It's
yeah.
a lot. It's a lot to deal with for somebody, especially like I'm out doing stand up.
Yeah, you're working and you're busy, and
Yeah.
to devote that time it's a big commitment.
Yeah, but then so my girlfriend would watch me on Instagram just looking at pictures of pugs and
She's
showing
like,
her
"No, you
videos.
have to,"
and
yeah.
then for Hanukkah, she bought me one.
Oh,
And
what a
and
good gift.
Yeah, so good. It was the best. And that dog is basically like a pillow with eyeballs at this
Oh.
point. She's very sweet.
number one quality anyone should look for in a dog.
Yeah,
It's like having
Pillow?
a stuffed animal that still shits.
Yeah.
yeah,
basically.
it's still
you just
yeah.
gotta pick up the
Well, like she pulled up like that. Jelly Donut walked up to my face a couple days ago while I was laying on the bed. She walked up and then she laid with her butt too close to my face, and
Yeah.
I went like this. No, and I went to go touch her to move her away, and when I did, she just ripped one in.
She knew
farted
exactly
at
what
me.
she was doing.
I was like, "You son of a bitch!" Can't
But
get
that's
mad,
why they
though.
have to
Can't
be
get mad.
cute.
Yeah.
Exactly, because they're
They-
inevitably going to fart on you.
Yeah.
Or puke in your bed.
Yeah,
And they have to be cute, or they'll end up on the street.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, if my dog wasn't cute,
That's
she'd be out
why
by now.
you should get rabbits, because they don't do that stuff.
Because they don't puke on your
There
bed.
you go. All right,
Or fart in your face.
all right. What do we got? What do we got?
Mary Maslow wants to know
I wonder if
that's a
they're
real name.
related.
what's your motivation in life?
Oh my gosh. This is going to get real corny. My
it.
motivation in life, happiness, I think. And I feel like that's probably everybody's motivation. You know, that's what keeps them going, is what makes me happy. What do I enjoy? What makes me feel
And what makes you happy? Sarah?
alive? Acting, for one. When I'm on set and I'm working, there's no greater joy.
Yeah.
What else makes me happy? Art. I will go on very long tangents about art. I don't know a whole lot about art, but I started taking a UCLA extension course called Women in Art. And now I've really inflated my ego, and I'm like, I know everything. Like, listen to me talk about this not super relevant artist.
Let me
And
tell you all about Frida Kahlo.
yeah, my friends are like, you're boring, stop. And I'm like, no, but listen. Like,
When Georgia O'Keeffe
Yeah.
painted her flowers that look like vaginas.
I'm like, I know you like Jackson Pollock, but have you heard of Lee Krasner? His wife, she's way better. And like, just like,
Oh my God,
just like
I love it.
outrageous and super pretentious, and I love everything about it. And every time I leave the class, I feel like I've just watched an action film. Like, I'm so amped up and ready to take on the world. And I think that that's what I'm looking for in all aspects of my life, is just that, like, let's do it. Like, I can't hold back the excitement and the passion I have for it.
I love it. That's
those are my
awesome.
motivations.
Come on.
There you
That's
go.
cool.
That deserves an applause break.
Thanks.
I love it. All right, what else we got?
Did you have any nicknames on the BTR set besides Cece?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I was going to say Cece because that's what everyone called me. I don't know. Glickman, did I have any other nicknames?
Babyface.
Babyface.
We called you Babyface. We called you Jack the Ripper. That was a nickname.
Oh, I did have a nickname
Old
on
Truman was one.
I had a nickname on Figure It Out, which they brought back for a short period of time. Well, I was still on Nickelodeon. They called me the Dream Killer, which, full circle.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
full circle.
Not the first time
Exactly.
I've been called a Dream Killer.
Yeah, because that show was basically like the old style panel shows of 20 questions. You got to figure out what their
Yeah, what their talent
talent
is.
was.
Yeah.
And I just really wasn't in it for the kids.
Yeah,
I was
you're
in
like,
it.
I wanna win.
I wanted to win.
Yeah.
I wanted to win, and one I did. And I'm sure Nickelodeon loved me. I'm sure I saved them
Saved a lot of money.
Yeah. But I was just, these poor children. Thinking back on it now, I'm like, God, take a breath, Ciara. Like, relax. But I had a blast.
Did you get
winning.
slimed all the time on that?
All the time. Oh, my gosh, all the time. Fun the first time,
Did
not
that-
fun the 10th time.
Like, what does it taste like? Like, it gets in your face, and I'm sure you taste it.
It doesn't really taste much like anything. It's just kind of like a texture.
Oh,
Just like
just
a
gross.
little- yeah, like slimy, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's cold. It's cold, cold, cold. And
Yeah.
so now then you want to like stay frozen because you have to sit in it for the rest of the show. And you don't want to move because every time you move,
And then
you
it
like
gets-
touch it and it gets even more uncomfortable. But it's still an honor to be slimed, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like anything else. And you get to say, I was slimed, you know?
Yeah, totally. That was the best.
It was
cool.
the best, yeah.
Yeah, that was. I got slimed a couple times.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are
it
you
was-
still blowing green gunk out of your nose? I feel like
Yeah.
I am. Still finding it in like
Still-
weird crevices. I'm like, oh,
Still
how long
pretty
has that been there?
gross.
Yeah.
I like that there is a company that makes the slime
slime,
for
yeah.
them, and it's they have a secret recipe.
They've got like multiple recipes depending on what it needs to be used for.
Oh,
Which is
they have like
something
different
that I learned
textures and all that stuff.
Yeah, like one for easy cleanup, one that'll look better on camera, like all sorts of different.
Easy
Whoa.
cleanup. That's the one they should go with all the time.
All the time,
Why
always.
would you not use
There you
easy
go.
cleanup if you
Always.
have easy cleanup logo?
Oh, those are the best.
Right?
That's crazy.
Those are the best. My favorite slime of all time, I think, is Katy Perry getting it.
She just got
right-
shot in the face. Yeah. Oh,
That was
sorry.
that was our first Kids Choice
I might
Awards
just
when
edit
happened.
that one little clip of Katy Perry getting slimed because she just got shot in the face. Very shocking.
Did you see her on this
Very
MTV Video Music Awards? Did you watch
I
that?
didn't know.
I heard it was nutty.
You have to do this. I had to say it twice.
What did
You
she do?
Go on your television and watch the on demand. Just watch the first 5 minutes.
Okay.
Katy Perry is trying so hard to be funny, and it is an absolute fail. It is the most fucking gnarly thing I've ever seen. They put her in an astronaut costume, and they
Okay,
fly
first
her
mistake.
over the audience, right? And she's like, "It's happening! I'm here, everybody! It's me! I'm Katy Perry! I'm flying! Woo!" She lands on the stage, but is kind of bent over like she's about to fall on her face when she lands, and then these people like run out and they try to like set her up and like pull her up, and then she's
As a
like,
joke.
yeah, as a joke, and then she like, but no, it was real that she got put down the wrong way.
Okay.
So then she lands weird, and you have people in the audience like Miley Cyrus
Yeah.
and Selena Gomez,
Who has
and-
hosted the show?
right, and they're all
Yeah.
just staring at her like, what is this? Like
Yeah.
no one that they're cutting to is laughing. Like everyone's just like
Confused.
confused,
Yeah.
right? Then they go. Then she goes, "Hey everyone, I'm Katy Perry. Oh wow, I've been in space for a long time, and when I left, things were really crazy. But now that I'm back, everything's better. The whole planet's happy, and everyone's cool, and no one's angry about anything. Right? Right, guys?
So that's the joke.
So is everything." Anyways, all right, here we go, and like tears off the costume,
Aw,
and then she's
Katy.
like, we're gonna have, hey guys, we're gonna have like a lot of fun, and as she's saying this, they cut to one of the guys in the audience, and he's just eating a banana, like bored.
Oh, Jack Antonoff.
Jack
Yes.
Antonoff
Yes.
is eating a banana.
Yeah, I saw that bit.
It's so great.
Yeah.
And then they cut back to her and like you're like, what the fuck is this? Like it's like MTV.
like a fever dream.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
MTV knows that they just make the weirdest shit. Like
Yeah.
they
And
put
now-
the weirdest shit
The
together.
thing with this year's VMAs, though, it was weird because I watched one MTV show. I watched Catfish, right? Because
Yeah.
I like that show. It's very entertaining.
so
to me.
It is. I
But
love the
I don't
marathons.
recall seeing a single promo for the VMAs. I didn't know the VMAs were happening
Me
until
either.
until I saw people tweeting about it the next day, and I'm like, is this like the least promoted VMAs of all time? Because I remember in years past, it was like everywhere it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And
They
this year,
probably knew.
I just didn't even hear anything about it. I was
Or they're
surprised.
probably just like, it always creates so much drama, which actually I'm
Yeah.
sure they would love.
Or
But
maybe there were just budget problems. I was
yeah,
thinking. It was like,
they
we
just
don't want to
couldn't
spend that much
afford
money
it.
on
Yeah.
marketing.
They
'cause
spent
their
it all
market-
on Katy Perry's spacesuit.
That's probably it. Yeah.
Probably. Emily Wilcox has a question for you. What is the most annoying thing that the boys on Big Time Rush used to do to you?
Oh. These are tough questions. Also, hi, Emily. I believe I follow her on Twitter.
Yeah, it's at I believe HD Lover 444 is
Yeah.
her name. Yep.
The most annoying thing they ever did to me or what they used to, I don't know. I don't remember them ever being annoying, to be fully honest with you. I know that's a pretty blah answer.
She did ask another one. I can
Yeah,
give you
what's the
another
other
one.
question?
The other question was, do you still play the guitar?
No. Like I pick it up every now and again and try to figure it out, but I don't think it was.
Figure it
my
out. Come
thing.
on. Figure it out. Just let
That
me
should be
do
my
that.
talent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can play 2 chords of the guitar.
Oh, here's a good one. At Bianca Addison. Hi, Bianca.
Bianca.
How
Hey,
are ya?
Bianca.
Hey, Bianca. Bianca, by the way, I met because I did stand-up one night. She was in the audience, and when they said, "Ladies and gentlemen, from Big Time Rush," she started screaming so loud that everyone else in the audience thought that someone was being stabbed to death. So we have become very good
She
friends.
was like,
It's
Yeah,
very
Bianca.
nice.
It was like when you see the videos of the Beatles on Ed Sullivan, but
Yeah.
just with one girl.
But it was one girl screaming and me walking up to the stage like, "What? Are you okay?" And, she was having it. She had a good time. What is she asked this question: who is the one person you really want to meet? Is there someone that you've always wanted to meet?
The one person I really want to meet, and again, this is going to make me sound like a real I just really love Joan Didion. All right? I love Joan Didion, and I want to walk through Central Park with Joan Didion and talk about stuff and life. She wrote one of my favorite books of all time, which is The White Album, which is a book of essays by her. From the 60s and the 70s. And she's a dream. And I think she's the ultimate cool girl. And I want to invite her. If I had a dinner party, she would be there.
Wow.
Wow.
Do you think
Sarah,
there's-
who would you like to meet besides
Yeah,
Ciara
Sarah.
Bravo? Because we made that happen already. Next on your list.
Yeah, you did.
Oh God, Nick Jonas, because I was
We
one of those.
can make that happen. We
I
had
was one
Chelsea
of those
Kane on the show.
major Jonas
it.
Brother fans when I was younger.
Okay.
My Sweet 16. That's what I did.
Steven,
That's
who's
my
left
first-
that you want to
Burning
meet?
it.
Because you've met everybody.
That's a good one.
You go to Vegas hanging out with Mel Brooks. Your list
Oh, you.
is almost over.
That's. You're
So
done, right?
who's left that you
I'm
want to meet?
out. I'm out. I've never met Robert De Niro. I would love to meet Robert De Niro.
I would also love to meet Robert. De Niro.
I suspect you
One of
would
my
do your
favorites.
shitty Robert De
Yeah.
Niro impression for him. I bet you
Here's
would.
the thing about Robert De Niro
Please do.
impressions, though. Everybody has one, and all of them are bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's not as even. I feel like Robert De Niro probably doesn't do a good
No, I
Robert
think
De
he just-
Niro
yeah,
at this
no.
point.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
probably right.
It's just the,
But I
the
bet-
upturned and the eyes closed. Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
bet
yeah.
everyone must do that to him too. It must be the most
Oh
annoying
yeah.
thing.
Hey, you want to see my Robert De Niro? He's like, no, please.
Yeah, he's probably
Yeah.
someone that and Steven Spielberg. I've never gotten to meet Steven Spielberg, and I've met a lot of other people that I'm a fan of, but he's one that I can't.
He's a
imagine.
legend.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
imagine what that'd be like. All right, here's one. Well, this is the question we get every single time, and this one's from Gifford Myra at Gmail. She wrote,
So
"Will
you
there ever?"
Gifford Meyer at Gmail like go ahead.
Here's
sign
my
up.
email.
if it's a good question, I
Yeah,
won't sign you up for mailing list.
Myra Marie 02 asked this question. Will there ever be a reunion show of our show?
Of
Do you think
BTR?
that there will ever be a reunion?
It depends on how desperate Nickelodeon gets for content.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we should do our own reunion.
You think we should just make our own reunion show?
Yeah, we'll just do like a podcast with everyone. You've got the
we can do it.
platform.
Could
Yeah.
you imagine how funny it would be if we wrote a script without Scott, without Nick, without anyone's influence? We just wrote a reunion episode of a TV show and then went off and shot it and
Did it
just
on
posted
YouTube?
it on
What's
YouTube.
stopping us?
Nothing. They would go. It would be like
We'll
all
start
of
a
us
Kickstarter.
going.
We'll do a.
You'd have to do a
GoFundMe.
slight knockoff, so it'd be like large time rush.
Yeah, like just so we didn't get sued.
Yeah. if it was like all of us and we all decided to go and surprise Carlos and Alexa in Hawaii.
Oh,
And
I
that
forgot
was
they
what it was
live
about.
there now.
Yeah.
We're just
Good
us
for
going
them.
there
Wow.
and being annoying.
That's a smart thing he did, moving to Hawaii. I might be wrong about Carlos
Yeah.
because he did something smart. Because here's a question I asked Jed.
Yeah.
Is Carlos Pena the dumbest human being you've ever met in your entire life?
What is the matter with you?
I have to ask.
Absolutely not. Are you kidding? He and Alexa together are running like an empire.
Yeah.
Their baby
They're
had a
great together.
sponsorship. Their
Yes.
baby had a sponsorship before it was out of the womb. Like they're doing something.
I'm just
right.
saying.
Yes, that's right.
When I
I believe
met Carlos,
the baby's name is Ocean King Tide,
Oh.
Penavega.
So it's very trendy
Yeah.
too.
When I met him on the set of that show, I was like, "This is the dumbest person I've ever tried to talk to."
Tell her why.
On the pilot,
Why?
at the pilot. Okay, you guys are from Minneapolis in the show,
Yeah.
right? There's a Minneapolis news van parked outside the Paramount Theater with fake snow, and he looks at the van and he's like, Minneapolis?
Oh no.
Is that a real place? That's what he said. He said, "Is that a real place?" And I
was
was
that like a bit he was doing?
No, that was Carlos.
Oh,
and I was
buddy.
like, "Oh, that's right. You were in Munoto, and you probably didn't get to go to school when you were younger."
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Are you okay with us doing a quick live stream
Yeah, of course.
with you?
Oh.
All right, we'll
Fancy.
do it.
Look at us. Multimedia podcast.
All
right there.
right.
We've got there's a couple other questions, but I feel like they may be better
Live?
done live.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm like playing
She
with my
looks
chain.
fabulous.
I'm so
playing with
nervous.
the chain. Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
There we go. Live on Instagram.
Okay.
Is it live?
We are now live on.
Was it on him?
We're now live on Instagram. Ciara Bravo, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So here's a quick question for you, and it's a big question.
Okay.
What is a role that you haven't played that you would like to play, or what is a genre of film film or TV that you haven't gotten to do that you would like to do?
A genre of film that I would like to. I mean, I'm all about the dramatic stuff, but I also, there's a movie that came out recently called Edge of 17 that I thought was fantastic, and I think that Haley
yeah.
Steinfeld killed it in that role. But I think it'd be fun to play something similar to that. Like I'm a sucker for a coming of age story,
Yeah, I get
especially like tortured teens.
Yeah.
All about that.
And you have a great look for that because you're an adult, but you can still look young. So you can play like that 17-year-old who's like just learning things out. And you already have been through that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I was 12.
Yeah.
I think I probably won't, quite fit that because I still look like I'm 14. But one day I'll be, when I turn 25,
Yeah.
I have big plans on playing a quirky 17-year-old girl.
Do you fear that you'll go from looking 12 to looking like 30
100?
overnight?
Yeah. No, I mean.
Because that happens sometimes for some people. Like,
Yeah.
Like I watch old game shows a lot, and like Betty White was a panelist on a lot of them when she was like 35.
Yeah.
And you watch her, and like she looked a certain age back then, and then it was like 10 years later, she jumped in age. She looked like 40 years, and then she locked in at that until like maybe 10 years ago when she like jumped ahead again.
You know what? Not too shabby.
Yeah. I love Betty White.
I think that jumping ahead, like look-wise, is not as much a fear as it is a hope and a dream. Like I have made jokes about being an old lady for years now, but it's just because I truly believe that that's who I am. Like I go to bookstores for fun and I fall asleep in parks. Like that's what I do. And I found my first gray hair the other day. And I was like, it's happening. I was like, it's happening. The transformation. I'm looking forward to being just like a haggard old witch.
By the way, Instagram just alerted me that you're live on Instagram, Steven. So
Hey,
I can
we're
watch-
live on
All right.
I
Instagram
can
with the
watch-
nighttime
I can
show.
watch Ciara
Oh, look at that.
right there.
There you are. There you are.
So this is about 20 seconds behind.
So yeah, it is. That's how technology works. Here's a question. I'm just kidding. We did a live stream the other night where I was. My girlfriend asked me to make popcorn in the kitchen on the stove, And I said, that's a bad idea. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to burn something. And so I went on live stream on Instagram to make popcorn and ask people for advice on how to do it. And then she got on the live stream and started like shitting on me live. And was like, what the hell's the matter with you, Steven? You suck at doing this. And I'm like, I'm trying my best. And we're like yelling at each other via the live stream, which is very fun.
I thought
she was
you
in the
weren't
other room.
allowed to use the stove.
What?
I thought you weren't allowed to. Oh, no, it's appliances.
No, appliances I'm not
Yeah.
allowed to use.
Aren't stoves considered an appliance?
Yeah.
But I think it's more of like the.
I think she was tired and didn't want to get up and
What
do
did
it
you put in
herself.
the.
Like what? Like toasters
you put like
and
meat in a
microwaves?
juicer or something like
Okay.
that?
What?
Look, I made a horrible mistake, Sierra.
Did you have your jaw wired shut? Were you just
No.
like desperate for a meal?
Yeah, that was like a
My
meat grinder,
girlfriend
or what?
asked me to put chicken in the blender for the dogs to make dog food. And so I took a breast of chicken and I put it in what I thought was the blender, but it was her Black & Decker juicer.
Oh,
And it's like it was brand new, and it just started
Those are
shooting out.
nice.
Oh yeah, it was
That's
very
like-
expensive,
yeah,
and it starts shooting chicken
Chicken
juice
goop.
out of
the other,
out of
like,
the out of
yeah.
a tube, and I go, "What the hell is this bullshit Black & Decker thing's got a
Yeah.
broken tube on the side of it, just shooting liquid out of it? What a dumb thing this is!" And she was like,
Yikes.
"Wait, what did you do?" And I was like, "I made it a blender." She was like, "Did you juice meat? Are you a meat juicer?" And I was like, "I guess I'm a
Smoothie.
meat juicer."
Now you can
That's
get
disgusting.
orange juice with salmonella. at his
yeah.
house.
All right. What a
Yeah,
dream.
it's really
Yeah.
it's really terrific. Have you ever thought? You know what I would love for you to do if I could suggest a movie for you to do? And I don't know if you have done this. Have you done a horror film, like a scary horror film?
I would love
that would be
to do
God,
horror.
you would be
be
so
awesome.
Yes.
good in
I
something
would
like
love
that.
to do horror.
Just you running around being chased by a mass murderer would be awesome.
Recently, someone told me I'd be really good for To Catch a Predator.
Oh
Yeah.
my God!
And
You'd
I
be a great
said,
decoy.
yeah, you're right.
Great decoy.
Yeah.
yeah,
Not wrong.
but then if they walk in, they see you, they go, "Hey, I
Yeah.
love Big Time Rush."
Hey,
It just,
yeah.
Huge fan.
just gets
Yeah,
awkward
get in,
very, very quickly. This is awesome. You're the best. All right. What about you, Sarah? You got any questions? Any questions for our dear guest today?
No pressure.
Like, let
no
me
pressure.
think.
We only brought you here just for this.
Just I know. So you mentioned you had a sister. Do you have any other siblings that are older?
Not
than you?
older.
No.
No, I've got a younger brother
Okay.
who just went to college.
Oh.
Mm.
Cool.
Oh my God, he went to college.
How freaky is that?
That's weird,
Right?
Because he was a tiny little baby
He
child.
was like a child. Yeah.
Yeah, he was so little.
Yeah.
How much younger is he than you?
2 years.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're like 18 months apart.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So you're 20 now?
I am
Ah.
20 years old.
20 years old. Are you looking for? That was really good. All right, I'm gonna end the live stream. Hey guys, this episode airs. This episode of the show actually airs later
This is what we're
today,
gonna put out tonight.
so
Yeah.
it'll come out tonight,
I'll
and you guys will
tweet
be
about it.
able to watch it tomorrow or listen to it tomorrow.
Yeah, you could watch
Oh.
it on your computer. Just sit there watching your computer.
Yeah,
while
just
you
watch your
listen to it.
computer. There's Matt.
Just watch it.
Look at
Yes.
his big dumb face. Matt's
big dumb face.
There's Sarah, boys. What up, Sarah?
A dream.
Yay!
Bye.
All right, we ended your live stream, but we're still
All right.
podcasting.
All right, we're still podcasting. Okay,
Yes.
so one last. We'll do 3 questions and then we're gonna wrap. All right, here we go. Question number 1. You can pick. Here we go. Here we go, because
I knew
we
that.
got there's so many
hate when that
so
happens.
many people write and ask
Also
things.
terrifying.
Okay, here we go. Pick one of these. You pick one of these, Sarah.
Oh.
You pick one, then Matt will pick one, then I'll pick one, then we'll wrap it.
Good deal.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Oh, who was your favorite guest in the BTR series?
Ooh,
That's actually a good question from
one.
Big Time
This-
Dreamer.
Is a good one. Okay. Okay. I wasn't in this episode, so I didn't get to meet her, but Jordan Sparks was in it.
I did see that episode.
They wrote Shallon and I out so that they could pay Jordan Sparks.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, but she was still in the show and I loved her, so
Wow.
I got to say, I was in a TV show that Jordan Sparks was in. So like
You
all
know-
my other
Yeah, but
child
you got to
friends.
spend an entire week
Yeah.
with Russell Brand.
Oh my God, yes! Are you kidding me? And he also picked me
awesome.
up and was like, Oh, he was married to Katy Perry at this point. And he's like, I'm going to take you home to Katy. She'll love you. Like, I'm adopting you. And I was like, yeah, okay, bye, Mom and Dad. This is my new life now.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, Russell Brand. Are you kidding me? Sorry, Jordan Sparks. Russell Brand for sure.
Yeah, I you know what I kind of love is like I just rewatched Stranger Things, and when I watched it, I was like, man, oh man, Millie Bobby Brown, so amazingly talented. But it's like I know what that's like because I watched you grow up,
Yeah.
and I watched you kill it on that show, and
Thank
that's got to be kind of a fun, weird thing to know that like when you were a kid, like. You were already, acting circles around people. I mean,
That's
that was
very kind of you.
It's true. It's totally true.
I don't know if that's, but thank you. Thank you very much.
no.
It's a very sweet comment. But I think Millie Bobby Brown, like, skyrocketed into, like, being an adult. Like, she's a human. She's like a 30-year-old woman in a 13-year-old's body.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She was at the MTV Video Music Awards, and she was like. She was more together than the adults that were there by a lot.
She's, without a doubt, she's probably more together than I am.
Yeah, that's.
She was more together than Bobby Brown, that's for sure.
Oh my God! All right, did you pick one?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
So Annika, whose Twitter handle I don't care about enough to go back and look up, wants to know. Well, it was. You have to click
no.
it.
I got it. Annika is at Are You a Rusher?
Well, are you?
No. They want to know if you weren't acting, what would you be doing?
If I wasn't acting. See, this is a tricky question. I think about this constantly. I've had many crises, if you will, where I was like, if acting doesn't pan out, what do I do? Like, what's my plan B? Because I didn't go to college.
Yeah. You got time.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm 20. Like, I shouldn't be having I
relax.
shouldn't be having this issue right
Relax.
now. But I totally do, constantly. If I wasn't acting, I'd be going to art school.
Mm-hmm. Do you like paint and draw and all that stuff now?
I'm not very good at painting
or you
and
just
drawing.
like enjoy studying it to be like an art historian? Or
Yeah, I think that would probably I would murder a man to have the ability to paint and draw. That is, definitely not a talent I was.
Any particular man you would kill?
If I had to choose one. Yeah, I think that's probably what I would be. But speaking of killing people, if I also had the opportunity, I would love to be a vigilante of some sort, like a girl that goes around and murders just horrible dudes.
Ciara Bravo wants to kill people.
Yeah,
that's the takeaway.
You
next
can
season
quote me on that. I would love to just
Radar
real assholes that get away with stuff they shouldn't. I watched a documentary last night called In Your Backyard, which is about sex trafficking in Brooklyn. And the conversation that we had afterwards was how, the pimps will sometimes, more often than not, they only go to jail for about 4 years when they're caught, which is it's stupid to me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then a lot of times the women who are lured into or trapped in these human trafficking schemes get in trouble, but the Johns don't face any repercussions.
Yeah.
Which is, it's backwards, and I can't wrap my mind around it. And I get it, it would be tricky to prosecute these people, but they're buying a human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're buying a human.
Yeah.
Bottom line. Yeah. And it's jacked up and it's messed up, and I would love to be the person who
kills them.
Yeah, seeks vengeance for not I'm sure some Johns are perfectly fine people, but
they just remade Death Wish, maybe Death Wish 2.
Maybe next.
I'll punch someone in the nose if I have to.
Next season of Daredevil, I would love it.
That'd be so fun.
We will make you a costume.
I'd love to play a superhero.
All right, here's the last question. The last question is from @Sunset Sandilif. A guy named Neen. He writes, I really want to know what your guilty pleasure is. Do you have a guilty pleasure?
Killing people.
I do. Killing people. Well, obviously. We already talked about this.
Yeah.
Murder.
Right, of course.
Just garbage. Garbage TV shows. Also, my guilty pleasure, having just the most terrible food delivered to my door. The other day I had, Postmates is a dream. Are you kidding me? The other day I had Milk Jar Cookies, which is a spot down here in Hollywood. If you haven't had it, go. Or have it postmated to your house. I had I had 6 Milk Jar Cookies postmated to my home, and then I sat on my couch and I ate them all. My sister and I, that was our big plans for the night, were to eat these milk jar cookies.
Like,
That's my
la-
guilty pleasure for sure.
Yeah.
Last night, me and Milady were sitting around, and I said, "Do you want anything for dinner?" And she said, "No, I'm fine. I had lunch. I had a good lunch. I'm not in the mood for dinner." I said, "Okay, well then I'm going to get myself a very nice salad from this restaurant," and I ordered it. And then she walked in and she goes, "Hey, did you order food without me?" And I go, "Yeah, I asked what you wanted," and she goes, "Well, yeah, but then you still ordered, and I didn't get anything." And I go, "Yeah, but I asked
told you,
I
yeah.
told you," and she was like, "Oh well, but I'm hungry. I want something too." And I was like, "Fine." So I delete the order, and then I hand her the phone, and she hands it back to me, and she ordered hot wings. And I was like, "Well, that's what we're getting.
All
it's
right.
gonna be hot wings
Hot
for
wings it
everybody."
is, yeah.
Yeah, it's like sometimes, and that's how Postmates is. Like we used it for the nighttime show the other night,
Yeah.
and ordered a box
A
of
taco
tacos
12-pack.
from Taco Bell to throw out at the audience during our show, which was amazing.
You guys
For
are
a
good
bit.
people.
That
yeah.
was so much fun, by the way. That
Yeah, I
lineup
missed
was
that one.
completely
That
insane.
was one of the best shows we've ever done.
Yeah, it was amazing. Tom Arnold was on the show.
Fortune Feemster.
Fortune Feemster.
Fantastic.
Oh my God, she's so
She's so
funny.
funny.
Oh yeah,
Right.
she's a beast, and she was so. I mean, just one of the best. fucking
I love
comics we've
her
ever had.
Instagram videos of her eating ice cream and,
She's
and
awesome.
dancing.
Oh yeah. We had Ron Funches on the show, who is amazing.
You guys got some good lineup.
Oh, it was solid. It was
Ian
solid.
Abramson,
Ian
who was
Abramson,
great.
who we electric shocked with an electric shock collar.
He had a
Oh,
dog
God.
during the
collar.
show.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he wanted.
Those hurt. I've tried that out before.
It
Yeah.
was a little painful.
Well,
There's
but it-
video. Video's
It was-
coming.
Yeah,
on
the
that.
video
It's
of
very,
that will be
very
on the
good.
internet soon because that's one of the best bits we've ever done.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm
It
looking
was.
forward to seeing
It was
it.
a
And then we
lot
had
of-
Mike O'Connell,
Michael O'Connell,
who produced and the TV show Dr. Ken.
Yeah, Michael Connell's
And he's,
amazing.
Yeah.
fantastic. Love Michael O'Connell.
big, and then we're back. September 23rd is our next one, and that lineup is already starting to
Yeah.
turn
All
into something
right, look
crazy,
at
so-
you guys.
We're trying. You
I'll
should
be there.
You should
Yeah,
come
you
out.
should
We
come.
would love to
Yeah.
have you.
I will absolutely be there.
But this was so much fun. How do people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram at Ciara Bravo or on Twitter, also at Ciara Bravo.
I love it. I love
I'm
it.
not really good like you, Steven.
Yes.
You are a social media god. Like you know what you're doing with that stuff.
know,
I'm terrible.
very good.
I'm horrible at it. I'll tweet what I want to tweet when I want to tweet it, and I'll Instagram what I want to Instagram when I want to Instagram it. But sometimes that means there's not a lot of content. But the content that I do have up is good. Yeah,
It is.
So
It's
check
very,
it out.
very good. I love it. We had a thing happen recently on Twitter where I said, "Oh my God, my back is killing me. My mattress sucks."
Did someone
Like,
send you a mattress?
And I got hit up by Hero Bed. Reached out to me, and they were like, "Hey, we make beds that are really awesome. They're like, really great beds, and you should take a look at it, and blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll take a look at it." And
Yeah.
I checked out what they had, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And I said, "How about we'll do a little social media thing, and
Yeah.
you guys want to send me a bed, then I'll make a video, like an unboxing of your mattress or
Yeah.
whatever." And they sent me a Cal King bed,
Dude.
and I made an unboxing video of me unboxing this giant fucking massive bed, and I've taken naps every day. There's a promo code. This is not part of the deal, but just for fun.
Well, they sent you a mattress.
If
You
you
might as
decide to
well.
go,
Right.
go on at My Hero Bed, which is their Twitter. You can actually watch a video of us unloading our bed onto. It's so cool. It was just a lot of fun. But there's a discount code, Glickman150. And you can get a sweet discount.
Well, not
But-
as cool, but similar.
Yeah.
I tweeted about, I said, I'm cuckoo for cocoa peas, which was a joke I had at camp. And I got sent a box of Cocoa Pebbles. I was talking about Cocoa Puffs, but
Yeah.
I got free cereal out of it.
That's so
have-
cool. You know who did? You know who did that one time is Tanya Chisholm.
Yeah.
Who was on our show, who I love and adore so much. She tweeted about Skittles, and
Did she get
Skittles.
just like a whole bunch free? Yeah.
They sent her a briefcase full to the brim with unpackaged Skittles.
filled up with
so it's
loose
like when
Skittles.
she opened it, it just poured Skittles out of.
You know what I like? I
Oh,
like the
God.
idea that Skittles didn't send that to her. It was just a
Right.
fan.
Just a guy, some guy.
He's like,
There you
No.
go.
Skittles. Yeah.
Was
Love
that
it.
back when they still had lime Skittles, or was it after
Lime's
they switched
back,
to
though.
green apple?
Lime's back.
I can buy Skittles again.
Yeah.
I stopped
know, green
buying
apple was
Skittles because
disgusting,
green
no
apple
offense. Yeah.
ruined them.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you so much. I didn't know.
Thank you, Skittles.
A friend told me the other day, and it
I-
rocked my world.
The
I am
show is
very
sponsored by
excited
Skittles.
now.
And Big Hero Mattress.
Sarah, where can people find you on the interweb?
So Instagram, I am Asian_Sarah.
Awesome. Awesome.
It was a nickname I got in 6th grade, and it just kind of stuck. And then Twitter is AsianSarah_.
I love it. I love it. What do you have coming up? Do you have any fun things coming up in your life?
Yeah, I'm actually starting this weekend. All of September, I'll be dancing at the LA County Fair again.
Oh, cool. You're a dancer?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
my
And
God.
I start up rehearsals again with the contemporary company I'm in, CISA. So,
Whoa.
That's very
Well, we have to come see you.
oh, absolutely.
Oh,
I'll send
yeah.
you guys the
Go to the
info.
fair.
Beauty.
I'll
Yeah,
have a great time
at the
talent.
fair.
Go to the fair. It's
Go
gonna
to
be
the
great.
fair.
And
We'll go to the
Oktoberfest,
fair.
too.
Let's go to the fair. We
Oh my God.
deep fried
Yeah,
Oreos, deep fried Twinkies.
I'm into it.
deep fried
Oreos.
everything.
Talk about guilty pleasures.
Awesome.
Right? Funnel cake. Oh,
Oh.
the
My
best.
Lord.
Forget
All
about
right,
it.
Matt, what about you? Where can people find you?
You can find me at funnymatt.com. I got links to everything there. Or if you were annoyed by me today, please let me know at mattwalkersucks.com.
Or if you love lime Skittles, you can
No,
just
if
go.
you love green
If you
apple
love
Skittles,
Green apple Skittles.
Yeah.
like a terrible person, like
Yeah.
you'd have to be to prefer green apple to lime.
Yeah.
It's
What kind of
too
An
moron?
sharp.
inferior
It's-
candy
yeah.
flavor.
What a bunch of assholes.
I don't know.
You can always
I'm
get
a lime
me.
supremacist. I really
You
am.
can always follow me at Stephen Glickman, STPHEN, Glickman, on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to the Nighttime Show podcast. Leave comments and share and share and share. This is the coolest thing in the world, getting to sit down with you, Ciara.
That is a dream.
I've known you for
Dream.
so long, but I've never gotten to sit down with you like this for such an extended period of time.
And just chat,
There
yeah.
is a video, though, of you and I running around at the... What was the name of that movie?
Oh
Something
my gosh, yeah,
Girls.
the premiere?
Yeah. What was that movie called? The Something Girls.
Was it like a girl band?
It was like a girl band that Nick Cannon put on.
Yeah.
And there's a video of you and me, and I think I carried you
Like
because
down
you were
the
so
carpet?
yeah.
Yeah.
I carried you through the carpet and across, and I'm wearing a Rockaware sweater, and you were wearing this little outfit, and we like fist bumped, and
Yeah.
you were so tiny. And
I
there's
remember
pictures
that.
of us from like
I
a
was
million years ago.
so happy that you were there because whatever PR person from Nickelodeon that like was covering our show wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know how to do a carpet by myself. I'm a child. And then you were like, I gotcha.
I got you,
And
kid.
you killed it. You were a savior. Thank you for that.
Well, you're the sweetest in the world. Guys, thanks a lot for listening to the Nighttime Show podcast. We love y'all. And goodbye.